What's going on? It's Motor City Sports Talk here grinding in the morning. We got a nice little video set up for the day. After this, we talk some Lions a little bit later in the day, and then we might top it off in the nighttime with another video. Appreciate everybody for subscribing, sharing, and liking the videos and commenting. I'm trying to get as many comments as possible. I have another page, so I got a ton of comments too, and I appreciate the love. So I'm gonna continue to get better at that and find a way to make time to get to the comments. But if you've been sleeping under a rock, tomorrow is the NBA lottery, and it's your boy CJ Goodfella. If you didn't know, now you know. And I'm gonna link an article in the description that's gonna show you, and I'll elaborate on it. The scenarios where the Lions can keep the draft pick, and what will happen next year because of if they keep the draft pick this year. So let's talk about it. We know that the Pistons traded it's kind of two picks. I explained they kind of traded two first-round draft picks to the Clippers with Tobias, Avery Bradley, and Bono, whatever the guy's name is. I liked him, though, especially with dancing with Tobias Harris. But to the Clippers for Blake Griffin. Now, scenario is it's top 4 protected next year in this year's draft. So if it falls in the top 4 of the draft, 1, 2, 3, or 4 top picks, then the Pistons keep it, and then next year's pick goes to the Clippers, and if it's top 4 protected again, the Clippers don't even get a draft pick. So both draft picks are top 4 protected. Excuse me. But if the Pistons don't get a top 4 pick this year, they keep their pick next year. If they get a top 4 pick this year, the Clippers got a chance to get it again next year, and if it's top 4 again, then the Clippers just don't get no draft pick. And I was speaking on this to somebody the other day. Matter of fact, my barber. I was telling him, like, damn, the Pistons, I don't never remember them getting a number 1 pick. 2, they got it for Isaiah. I think Grant was a top 5. And then Darko was number 2. And, the percentages are not in our favor for this. We have a below a 1% chance for picks 1 and 2. And we just got a little bit above a 1% chance for picks 3. Last time a major jump in pick happened that late in the lottery, or later than the 12th pick in the lottery the Pistons have, was when the Charlotte Hornets had the number 13th pick, and they jumped all the way from 13 to I think one of the top picks. It's in the article, but it had a 1.93% chance of jumping up there in the top 5. So it is what it is. We had the same scenario with the Darko pick, if you remember that. It was a top 3 or 4 protected pick. We had did a trade to Orlando, maybe for Chucky Atkins and Bill Wallace, if my memory serves me correctly. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know what the pick came from, but it jumped up and it was a 2 pick. The Cavaliers had 3 straight number 1 picks. In the lottery. The Pistons just seem not to get that love in the NBA, and that's Detroit sports, man. Other than the Red Wings and some with the Tigers, the Pistons and Lions gets no respect from their respective leagues and associations, and that's sad. But that is the scenario. I hope the Pistons can get in that top 4, because this draft and next year's draft is very, very good. I mean, this year you have the Luke Doncic guy. He's from Europe. I've been watching him play. He's pretty good. He's not really athletic, and that's my concern. But he has some flash, and he's a tall guy that can handle the ball. DeAndre Ayton. You got the Mamba kid from Texas. You got a lot of different ones. Michael Porter Jr., who missed the whole year with Missouri last year, who's projected to be a top pick. Colin Sexton out of Alabama. You got a lot. I mean, the top 10 of the draft this year is filled. Legitimately anywhere in the top 10, or maybe a little bit out it, you can get a all-star caliber player. But the Pistons, man, they keep falling in that 8 to 12 range, man. Every year they fall in that 8 to 12 range. And my whole premise on that is you got to get out of the mud. You got to get out that crevice where you were 8 to 12, or we just missed the playoffs. Look at the NBA, man. What people don't understand is you can't build on the move really in the NBA unless you're in a hot destination. LA, Boston, New York, down in Miami and Texas. And for those teams, they can't even rebuild on the go. A lot of them teams were in the dark. And the Pistons have to be bad, man. I know there's a guy in the comments that say, you want to trade Blake Griffin? We got to start. One, Blake Griffin gonna get injured, and two, he not gonna make a change with us for real. He not gonna take us to the next, level. You just gotta get rid of everybody and be bad. And then next year you get a top pick, you bring a young star in, then you let him play, let your young guys play. Then the year after that, you bring another young star in. Now you starting to cook. You let them develop. They look good. Then you can attract free agents. That's just how the NBA is played. It's not like the NFL draft. You can't find a star in the 4th, 5th round. After the first round, usually after the lottery, unless your scouting is on point, you really can't find that much talent. The talent depth in the NBA is really, really superficial. Really, really superficial. But, yeah, those are the scenarios. I'm not sure the percentages for the 4th pick. I just know it got to be a little bit more above 1% because the 3rd pick is about a little bit, 1.0 something percent. The 4th pick could be that as well. If in a perfect world that our imagination, probably would want to take us there, who would the Pistons draft? That's a good question because you got a pair of big men up there. You got Mamba, Ayton, and Luke Doncic. I hope I'm saying his name right. To be honest, Luke Doncic probably fit the bill, probably fit the position better. What we need at this point without any trades. But DeAndre Ayton is a straight monster. We got them roles filled with Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. But like I said, in my opinion, I would trade both of them. I hate to trade Dre. Him and, I would try to get rid of Reggie Jackson and just build from scratch. No, that's just my opinion there. I don't think you're going to, win with those salary caps. That's too much salary cap. You're not going to win and be able to get talent around them. And they're not going to be able to win nothing together. So, especially with the Boston Celtics, the way they looking and Philly looking, like I said, I get them guys up. And then I'd rather DeAndre Ayton, Luke Doncic is good too. But I'm done with the European after Darko. I know you can't put that on Luke Doncic, but that's just my opinion on there, man. But the kid from Texas is really good. Michael Porter Jr., if he's healthy, he's really good. And I know I'm forgetting some few other guys, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, DeAndre Ayton is really, really good, man. He's a monster in the paint. The guy from Texas, he's a monster in the paint. Luke Doncic, he's a wizard with the ball. And if you with keeping Drummond and Dre and Blake Griffin, then Luke Doncic is your guy. He's a ball handler. He's sweet. He can move. He's fluid. He can shoot the rock. You can plug him right at the 3, I believe. If he's athletic enough to play the 3. He might be athletic enough to play the 3. I'm not sure. That'd be interesting to see how that happens. But like I said, I'm an Ayton guy. I like Michael Porter Jr. if he's healthy. I really like Colin Sexton, but he's gonna go later in the draft. Colin Sexton, he's gonna go like number 10, 9, 8, 7. Unless the Pistons want to move back and get him. He got the mentality of, in my opinion, he has the mentality of a Detroit Piston bad boy, going to work type of guy. He's a tough nose, red nose, dirty point guard. That really can play the game. That really want to be kind of the opposite of Reggie Jackson. He want to get his teammates involved. And he don't really want to score, as much. He don't want to dominate the ball and score as much. And with him, you just want him to really, learn when to pick his spots and be aggressive. Not to be passive. I remember Alabama played with 4 players on the court versus somebody early in the season. He dominated. He dropped like 30, 40 points with only 4 people on the court. It was 4 against 5. This guy wasn't ranked the top 100 player, nowhere near it. He worked hard and dedicated himself to the game and got there, And now he's a top player and potentially a top lottery pick. So go check him out. Colin Sexton, he's a real dog. But also, like I said, I'm going to link this article in the description. You can read it for yourself. And like I said, if the Pistons don't get a top 4 pick this year, it goes to the Clippers and we done with the draft picks. If they do get a top 4 pick, the Clippers get another shot at the pick next year. If it's top 4 again, they walk away with nothing. So if there's a basketball guy up there and he knows the Detroit Pistons need all of the luck we can get, help us get a top 4 pick this year. And we'll cross them bridges next year and we ask you for another top 4 pick. But the draft is tomorrow night. I think it's probably before the Warriors and Rockets game or something like that. Oh, no, matter of fact, it's before the Celtics and Cavs because the Warriors and Rockets is exclusively on TNT for the Western Conference Finals. You know, we're going to come back with some football talk. Definitely appreciate you guys rocking with us. And, you know, keep sharing the video, subscribing, telling somebody. And we're going to keep growing and take this thing to the next level. And talk some more ball. Pistons, football. Never know. We gone.